Hello. Yes, another video, and this is going to be a very exciting video. I'm going to rank Steven Spielberg's entire filmography up to date with Disclosure's Day. At the time of recording, it is June the 9th. Last night, I watched Disclosure's Day for the very first time, which is still fresh in my mind. I'm not gonna go share my full thoughts because we're gonna have to wait until when that film is turned. It's whatever. It's almost midnight. It's almost midnight. You know what the time it is? Diet Coke. Let's celebrate because we have a brand new Steven Spielberg movie coming up in theaters open wide this week, which is really exciting. It's always exciting to watch, to find out that we're having a brand new Spielberg movie in theaters, which is always a good thing. Let's get right into it. So obviously this is his entire filmography, and let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. So right the bat, we got his TV movie. Technically, this is not his directorial debut, but to me, when I see it, it is his directorial debut, even though it premiered on a TV first. Then it got popular and they put it on to theaters. Duel is intense, entertaining, simple, yes, effective, and it's an exciting chase between a giant vehicle and a small vehicle, and they're just dueling out. Basically, it's a duel, and we get to see the main characters trying to go to a business meeting, trying to attend to a business meeting, and then the shenanigan happens that this giant truck just out to get him. So Duel, I would put this on the great category because it is a great film, little film. And that is a great start of his career that will shape up to be an amazing career that he has in his filmography. Next up is The Sugarland Express starring Goldie Hawn. And this is the proper directorial debut by Steven Spielberg. It's really damn good. Love the music by John Williams. It's a very simple score. Because eventually, Spielberg next film, his score it gets bigger and bigger. But John Williams' score for the Sugarland Express is very underrated. It's actually really good. But the story was every time I rewatch the Sugarland Express, I keep forgetting that this is based on actual true events, which I tend to forget about that. But what the story told is very engaging and also emotional at the same time, because this is Goldie Hawn plays a mother who's trying to get her kid. Sorry. She thinks that she's responsible enough or like that, but you get this exciting, at the same time very tense chase, trying to get her children back and trying to prove that she's going to be a good mother. And beautiful cinematography as well. Love the cinematography, and you can tell some of the his style throughout there, his sense of imagery that would be known as a Spielberg shot. The reflective stuff, in the rear view mirror is very Spielberg shot. Like you can tell there's a lot of Spielberg moments here and there. Yeah, the Sugarland Express is good. Very good movie. Next up, Jaws. This film does not need any introduction. It's Jaws. The score by John Williams. Iconic. This film is known to be the very first blockbuster. Back then, that word doesn't exist until Jaws came along, because everyone wanted to see this movie, and this is the film that made everyone scared to go to the ocean because of a shark. But this is more than a typical creature feature movie, right? This is a character movie as well, disguised as a creature feature movie that out to get Bruce the shark. But the cast, come on, the dialogue is so memorable, and every time we go back to the human parts, the human elements of the story, you tend to forget that this is a shark movie, a shark attacking movie. You forget about that because we're so invested into the human characters. The main trio, Robert Shaw performance in this film is just great. I love it. It's so memorable, it's so iconic, and the direction. I mean, Steven Spielberg, he was, I believe, 26 when he directed Jaws. Well, granted, this film has a lot of production, troubles. Yeah, who doesn't love Jaws? I mean, Jaws belongs in the masterpiece category. It's just a great horror movie. But on top of that, it's a great 4th of July movie. It's a great summer movie. And it's also a great character movie as well. It's like, there's a lot of things that checks the boxes. And this, we gotta thank for Jaws, because this also include the famous Oscar nomination reaction. How Jaws got snubbed for Best Directing.
Father, I have this to say. The Godfather was nominated for the Best Picture and won, but the director, Bob Fosse of Cabaret, won. That's bullshit. You cannot have the Best Picture unless the director is also nominated. Who made the picture? Somebody's mother?
The director.
This man made yours.
Recognize the
director. Who made it? The shark?
This is kind of funny. I love it. It's iconic. Anyway, Jaws belongs to the masterpiece. Of course, it had to be. And you can see from Duel to Sugarland Express and Jaws, you can see the rise of Steven Spielberg. You can see who he is as a filmmaker. He's shown his worth, his talent into filmmaking. He understood how to make stories and have a little Spielberg touch into them. Next up, we got Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is one of the first many of sci-fi films that he embarked. And this, I love Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I think the main reason I love this about this movie, about Close Encounters of the Third Kind, is that this film feels vulnerable, if that makes any sense. It really does, because it focuses on the father, played by Richard Dreyfuss, have this obsession about this alien, terrestrial things that's happening in a small town, and he just became so obsessed, and his marriage is falling apart because of his obsession. And it shows that some of his film tackles a lot of subjects that reminding him of his family, his mom and dad. In particular, his mom and dad. There's a couple of that. It's powerful. And it's funny because you're watching a film following this main character played by Richard Dreyfuss, who's a father who is kind of a jerk, and he's a bad father because he's obsessed this thing, and he doesn't focus on the family stuff, and he got going nuts. And I mean, he built this devil mountain made out of mud and all that. He's going crazy. It's like everything about the Close Encounters of the Third Kind is compelling. And there's complexity, there's a layer to them that you can digest into the characters. The score by John Williams is iconic. I love the whole third act of the movie. It almost felt a sense of wonder, but at the same time, it's so heartbreaking if you think about it. Yeah, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I believe it does belong in the masterpiece category. And then next, we get 1941. This is where Steven Spielberg hit the bottom. Rock bottom. This is his take on comedy movie, starring John Belushi, and also John Candy's in this, who I adore. So, funny enough, Toshio Mifune, one of these most amazing Japanese actors who collaborated with Akira Kurosawa a ton of times, is in a Steven Spielberg movie. I'll never forget my reaction seeing Toshio Mifune character appear on the screen. I'm like, oh my god, that's Toshio Mifune? Why is he in the Steven Spielberg movie? It's not great. There's a little bit that I chuckle, but it's kind of bland. The movie is bland. It's unfortunate because this is he's trying his best, but it didn't click. It didn't work. It's just not one of his best film that he had done in his entire filmography. And granted, this is his first mistake, that he had done, but he did pick up. We will talk about the next film, but 1941 belongs to the bad category. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But really, it's bland. It's boring, honestly, for a Steven Spielberg movie. I've seen it once, and I remember some moments. It's a messy film. It's a mess. It's over the place. It's so much cook in this kitchen, basically. It's just overcooked. But yeah, 1941 belongs to the bad category. The very first film that belonged in the bad category. So yeah. Next up, he's back with the vengeance. That is Raiders of the Lost Ark. This movie is awesome. It's awesome. It had the sense of adventures. The first opening scene, it's iconic. We don't get to see who Indiana Jones is or the Harrison Ford character is. We see his silhouette, just a leather jacket and all that. It's so cool. And you see the title card. The music by John Williams is incredible. And it's just so mysterious. It's so exciting at the same time. And then we get to the idol when, trying to, do that scene. And you just immediately fell in love with the character of Indiana Jones. Like we want to follow him, basically follow him. Be part of his adventure, basically. And then as the film progresses, we can see his other side of his life is as a professor, and you just fell in love with the character even more. He has a humanity. He lives in a dual identity world. What else I can say about Raiders of the Lost Ark? It's a great movie, of course. So many great moments. It's so many iconic moments, and the character's introduction is so cool. And the theme by John Williams. Come on, I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark is like top tier. It's fantastic, and of course it belongs to the masterpiece, but however, it's not my favorite Indiana Jones movie, but we'll talk about that. Next up, 1982. This film saved my life. This is my favorite film of all time. Not just my favorite Steven Spielberg movie, but it's also my favorite film of all time. That film saved my life. That film became who I am. This is the film that got me into filmmaking in the first place. I've seen this film so many times, I lost count. It's one of my most repeat viewings of his entire filmography. That is E.T. and the Extraterrestrial. I love this movie. I love this movie. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on why I love E.T. the Extraterrestrial and how it affected me, how it impacted me, and why I relate to Elliot, the main character. He's an outcast. I'm an outcast. He's a child of divorce. I'm also a child of divorce. And it's like, and he befriended an alien, and it's just like it's so special. This movie has a lot of heart and a lot of emotion. The score by John Williams is one of my favorite scores of his of all time. I listen to that score a lot on repeat. You have no idea. I listen to that score so many freaking times. E.T. I mean, the entire third act of the movie, the goodbye scene, is still it's still my memory. I mean, I'll never forget that. That is memorable. It's like the score. I'm losing my mind right now because how much I love this movie. It's just, man. This film means a lot to me. So of course, this belongs in the masterpiece category, but it's my number one. So like it's up there. I love this film. I own so many different formats of this movie on Laserdisc, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. So many different editions of the movie. I just truly adore this film a whole lot. It's just, that is such a Steven Spielberg movie, you know? I love it. Let's move on. Next up, between E.T. and another film, he did the Twilight Zone movie. Now, usually I don't count this. This is an anthology movie, so I would say it's an okay movie. It's not great. There's some great moments. It's mostly a homage to the show than rather being their own. Granted, I've seen this movie once. It's been a while. It was during my college years. But what I remember thinking it was okay, but I enjoyed it. It's not great. But granted, I don't count this as part of his entire filmography because he only did one segment of many segments, whatever. But yeah, the Twilight Zone, the movie, will be in the okay category. Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. This is a great movie. Steven Spielberg got a lot of trouble with the MPA rating people that this film has a lot of violence, and parents were concerned with their children watching this movie because, remember, spoiler, you have not seen Temple of Doom. You got the dude who's he took up somebody's heart, and we can see a beating heart in the scene. I'll never forget watching that scene as a kid. I'm like, whoa, that was too much, but I loved it. I keep forgetting that this is a prequel. It's like, it does not take place between Raiders and the other one. It's a prequel. I forgot about that. And then also you got this great character named Short Round. I mean, who doesn't now love Short Round? I love him. He's great. And there's so many great moments. It's by far the darkest Indiana Jones film because the violence part. But at the same time, it's still enjoyable. It's still badass. It's still so much fun. It's so enjoyable. I mean, who doesn't love Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones? He's great at the character. He's perfect as Indiana Jones. And like so many great moments, and especially the third act of the movie is so exciting, so violent. I love it. And like funny enough, like Indiana Jones came out the same year as Gremlins, and he produced Gremlins, and they both got trouble by the ratings people. They're both PG movies, and then thus the MPA people created the PG-13 rating, which Steven Spielberg was. He's the one that got the start movement for the PG-13 rating, which is so funny. So we gotta thank to Steven Spielberg for the PG-13 rating. But yeah, Temple of Doom, great movie, great entry into the Indiana Jones lore. It's so much fun. Next up, The Color Purple. This is interesting film. Steven Spielberg got to do something a little bit different. Something that he usually don't do, but this almost feel like a risky movie for Steven Spielberg to do. But he did it anyway because he wanted to explore his horizon as a filmmaker, and The Color Purple shows that. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey performance is great. Whoopi Goldberg performance is great. The entire cast is amazing. And The Color Purple, his film is driven by performances, and you can tell because the performances are key to the story to make the story work of The Color Purple, and it's a beautiful tale, and I think it's a good movie. Granted, I only seen it twice, but I remember being in love with the performances. I love the performances, so I'm losing my mind. But yeah, The Color Purple belongs in the good category. Next up, Empire of the Sun. Steven Spielberg introduced to the world to a young Christian Bale. Before he was Batman. He was first introduced in Steven Spielberg Empire of the Sun. And I seen it once, but I remember loving the cinematography in this movie. And I remember I was very devastated by the film that Christian Bale character got separated from his family, from his mom, because he was such a young age. I remember thinking, watching the movie, I was like, oh, imagine it was me. I'll be terrified. And he's alone, and he got trapped in this camp that he's befriended with John Malkovich's character, Ben Stiller's character. I love the fact that the kid is fascinated by airplanes. He had like an admiration of the wonder of the airplanes, and I think it's beautiful. It's more magical. But I remember it being a good movie. That's what I remember. I need to see this movie again. It's been a long while. I've seen Empire of the Sun, but it's a good movie. Thankfully, this film gave us a very young Christian Bale. This is my favorite Indiana Jones entry. That is The Last Crusade. I love this movie. It is my favorite Indiana Jones movie. It's my favorite Indiana Jones score. And also, it has one of the best openings ever. And it has a great mascot from young Indy to older Indy. It's great. I love the story of the Holy Grail. It's just so engaging and so memorable. The father and son relationship between Sean Connery and Harrison Ford is dynamite. It's just magic. That's gold right there. It's great. And Sean Connery, Indiana Jones' father, it's just perfect casting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everything about this movie, and it's just so good. It's so delicious. And I love where Indiana Jones was trying to, rescue that book that belonged to his father, and he crossed path to, Adolf Hitler. And I imagine that, that's very scary. He does not want to be there. Obviously, he needs to rescue that book. It's just so tense. Like, Steven Spielberg knows how to have tensity in the scenes, and it just makes you just glued to the screen. Anyways, The Last Crusade belonged into the masterpiece. The Last Crusade, banger movie. Love it. Next up, we have Always. It was okay. John Goodman, Richard Dreyfuss, Audrey Hepburn. There's some good character moments that I really enjoyed. I did not expect what kind of story this is. Granted, I seen it once, but I would say that there's some good performances. It's not one of Steven Spielberg's strongest film. It's not bad. It's not great. It's in the middle. Yeah. I have nothing to say with Always. Next up, now, do have something to say about this little film called Hook. And to all the critics out there who reviewed this film back in the day when it was new, you're wrong. Hook is an incredible film. I think it is such an criminally underrated film. It is a beautiful film. Love Hook. Rob Williams, Dustin Hoffman. Oh my god, the cast is great. And it's beautiful, it's magical, it's fun, it's exciting. And I'll never forget seeing the scene when the Lost Boys doesn't believe that he's Peter Pan, because Robert Williams is Peter Pan. And this little kid come to Robin Williams' character. He just looked at his face, and then he stretched it out, and he said, "Oh, there you are,
Peter."
I smiled. I had a giant grin in my face. It's freaking beautiful. It's magical, and I love it. And no other director could do it except Steven Spielberg could do that scene. And also, Rufio. Yeah, great character. Love it. Love Hook. It's magical. Hook is great. I love Hook. What else can I say? Next up, Jurassic Park. Need I say more? It belongs to the masterpiece category. Of course it belongs in the masterpiece category. I love Jurassic Park. Who doesn't love Jurassic Park? I mean, Steven Spielberg gave us this great clip. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum is hot as hell. And I'm a straight guy. I'm straight. But I have to admit, he's hot. But yeah, this film is just great. And I did read the book, written by Michael Crichton. And I remember reading the book for the very first time, even though I've seen the film so many times over the years. I read it junior or senior year. I forgot when. I did read it in high school. And because I'm curious if this is the same thing as a movie. No, it's not. It's huge different. John Hammond in the book is a bad guy, and the film he's more of a good guy. He just want to be the part because he loved to entertain kids. And in the book, he's greedy, which I do like the change. But I was so shocked at how different it is. The book, obviously, I love the movie more because I grew up in the movie. It's exciting. It's scary, and the practical T-Rex is so cool. So many iconic moments, and the score by John Williams is just so memorable and iconic. And yeah, I'm trying to think, because I'm like, we all know what a Jurassic Park is, right? We all know why this film is amazing, and it's like there's nothing new I can add because we know what Jurassic Park is and how it did to the film industry as well, like the early stage of CGI, and it's to this day held up pretty well. Yeah, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Richard Attenborough, Jeff Goldblum, amazing cast, and it's just so iconic. And this is the Steven Spielberg that we know and love. The sense of wonderment, the sense of entertainment, and that it can also be a very well written film, because this is a film that has a lot to say about what you can do to bring it back, and there's consequences. Life finds a way, and some of the best parts are the boring scenes. The dialogue scenes. They're talking about the consequences. The dinner, the meeting scene. Talk about, and I love that scene because the dialogue is so rich and delicious and fascinating at the same time. You'd think that would be a boring part of the movie. No, it's an engaging part of the movie. It's so interesting to hear their side and why the pros and cons of the park, and why bringing back the dinosaur to life to their present day can be dangerous. And then we go back to the Jurassic Park and things go awry, and it just turned out to be a very exciting, tense movie. A lot of great moments. And it's just so iconic. So it's a Park masterpiece. Anyways, next up, Schindler's List. This is known. This is well known because he saw Schindler's List and Jurassic Park back to back in the same year, and this is the film that won his very first directing Oscar and Best Picture. Schindler's List is a hard film to watch because of the subject matter. And this is where Steven Spielberg put in the ring that he is most vulnerable. And it shows, and it's a powerful film. But the performance by Liam Neeson is just fantastic, and it shows the human in him. And it's a hard film to watch. It's a long film, but it's depressing, it's emotional, and it's just such a devastating watch. And it's a film that you never forget because there's a lot of moments in the scene, the little girl with the red coat and the whole concentration camp and all the scenes that Steven Spielberg had to shoot. And you recognize when you're watching the movie, you realize, oh, this is his most vulnerable he will ever be while making the Schindler's List. At the same time, he released Jurassic Park as more fun and adventurous and exciting, and they got Schindler's List is more, sadness and depression. And you got these two different polar opposite films released in the same year, directed by the same person, Steven Spielberg, and that's crazy to think about it. And I'm out of focus. Sorry. Yeah, Schindler's List belongs in the masterpiece category, of course. Yeah, I love this movie. I do. The score by John Williams, beautifully heartbreaking, and it's a well-made movie. But you have to be in the mood to watch this movie. But yeah, Schindler's List. And then next up, we go back to the world of Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Over the years with The Lost World, I come to appreciate this film. Granted, not as great as Jurassic Park. I think it will never be, because it's hard to top Jurassic Park. The bar is already set really extremely high for Jurassic Park. My camera. Dude, focus on me, bro. Yeah, The Lost World is a good movie. I come to appreciate over the years. I really enjoyed this. Some moments I did not like, but that's fine. One of the daughters, the Jeff Goldblum daughter, he did like an acrobatic thing. Cheesy, but whatever. And who doesn't love Jeff Goldblum? Obviously, the best part of the movie is everything in an exciting scene that deals in the RV, and then Julianne Moore. I keep forgetting Julianne Moore in this movie. Trying to take care of this baby T-Rex, and the mother T-Rex found the baby, and that whole exciting sequence is just really exciting, so intense, it's so well done as well. Obviously, directed beautifully by Steven Spielberg. Come on. It's a really good movie. It's enjoyable. It's fun. All the scenes that take place in San Diego or San Francisco, I forgot, while it's fun, kind of lose the steam a little. It tacked on a little bit. It's like, okay, we just got out, from the island. All the best part are in the island. It's just when they go to San Diego and the T-Rex visit San Diego, kind of lose the moment, to be honest. But Jeff Goldblum's great, and the opening scene is so iconic, and mask cut to Jeff Goldblum is just great. It's so iconic, and yeah, The Lost World is good. Yeah. Next up, Amistad. Good movie. The cast is great, and I remember Anthony Hopkins gave a great performance, and Matthew McConaughey is in this. Yeah, it's been a while since this movie. I need to rewatch this movie. It's like almost Steven Spielberg is so good at doing period pieces, like the costume design, the production design, the direction, the music is just, it's top notch. It's just a story. To me, Amistad, the film, is not as memorable as, Schindler's List, Close Encounters, Hook, Temple of Doom, Duel. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. And it's nothing too spectacular to say. There's some great moments I remember. There's some great performances I remember. But all in all, it was good. Next up, Saving Private Ryan. Ooh, what a film. I just literally rewatched this movie a couple hours ago, and I still love it. It's intense, it's great, it's beautiful, it's heartbreaking at the same time, and it's a great war movie. And that opening scene with the D-Day stuff is so exciting and intense and bloody and powerful. Tom Hanks is great. Matt Damon is great. The whole entire cast is great. And every time I rewatch Saving Private Ryan, I keep forgetting Vin Diesel's in this movie. I'm like, oh yeah, Vin Diesel. That's him. One of his earlier roles too. Yeah, and Saving Private Ryan is the film that Steven Spielberg got his second Best Directing Oscar. And this is the film, obviously, I put in the masterpiece category, of course. What I'm trying to say is that this is the film that should have won Best Picture over Shakespeare in Love. I don't know why Shakespeare in Love won Best Picture. I feel that is a mistake. Obviously rigged. I think it's fucking rigged by the, that guy. Yeah. Saving Private Ryan is an important film. I mean, both Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan are an important film to everyone to see. And it's like, Steven Spielberg know how to do it respectfully, making the film do it right, do it justice. And the blocking, the direction, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan is fantastic. I love it. Next up, we got AI, the artificial intelligence. This was originally going to be Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick was originally going to direct it. What I'm trying to say, and Steven Spielberg as a producer. Sadly, Stanley Kubrick passed away. His last film was I Was Shot, and then it passed it on to Steven Spielberg. AI as a film is very interesting. I've seen it twice. Actually, No, I've seen it 3 times. Yeah. And each viewings, I got to appreciate a little bit more and more and more. It's a fascinating film. And it's a film that has a lot to say. Like a break. And we see Haley Joel Osment character go through so many obstacles that he has to face and trying to learn himself and the world. And it's a fascinating little film. I don't love it. I don't hate it either. I think it's in the okay category. AI is a film that I'm always down to rewatch because I want to see my opinion change the more I rewatch this movie. And that's a good thing because there's some great moments, some great imagery as well. And it's like there's a little interesting ideas here and there. And I really like the last half of the movie. That's my favorite parts. But yeah, AI is an interesting film. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's an okay category. Next up, we have Minority Report starring Tom Cruise. And it's a banger. It's a banger. I think Minority Report is a great movie. Exciting is the right word for this type of movie. When Minority Report came out, they didn't have iPads. And like, who knew Steven Spielberg would predict the future? But it's a great thriller. It's really exciting. It's a political thriller, trying to prove that he is innocent, that he's not guilty, and he did not did the murder and all that. It's so intriguing, so exciting. Like I said, it's like so many great moments. Like that is, I was like, that is such a Steven Spielberg moment. That is so him, you know. Next up, we have Catch Me If You Can. This is great. It's a great cat and mouse chase movie. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is great in this movie. And Catch Me If You Can is a really fun movie. It's a great chase movie. It's just so engaging. You just watch Leonardo DiCaprio go through, face a lot of obstacles that he thinks he's gonna get away from this. And he pretends to be a pilot, a doctor, a lawyer, and it's just so much fun to watch. It's a great time, and it belongs. Yeah, it belongs to the great category. It really does. It's a fun movie. It's just so enjoyable, and yeah. Next up, The Terminal. Underrated, charming, fun, beautiful, emotional, and you get to. This is basically a hangout movie a little bit. You get to see this man played by Tom Hanks who just wants to visit New York because he made a promise of something that he needs to do, and he's stuck in the terminal because something bad happened into his country, and we get to see his entire runtime, him stuck in the airplane trying to basically survive, and he fell in love and having this crush, and he befriended a lot of people in the airport. And then Stan Tucci is technically the bad guy in the movie. He's just doing his job, but he's great in this movie. But Tom Hanks is great in this role, and every time I rewatch The Terminal, I keep forgetting Diego Luna is in this, and so is Donna. Early, young, very young in their careers. Yeah. The Terminal is a very good movie. Underrated. Like, I think it deserves a second chance. If you did not like this movie, give it a rewatch. It's a really adorable movie that has a lot of heart, and it's almost feel like it's a fun little film for Steven Spielberg to do, and I really enjoyed it. Next up, we have his take on War of the Worlds, and it's been said a lot from Steven Spielberg. This is his reaction to from 9/11, basically, and this is obviously a remake from the 40s. Yeah, I believe it's the 40s version of War of the Worlds, or 50s or 60s. It's in the Criterion Collection. But I gotta admit, I prefer this take over the original War of the Worlds movie. It has a lot to love. Minus one thing, I do not like Justin Chatwin, the actor character. He's just his character, Tom Cruise's son, on-screen son, doesn't really interest me. It's like, he's just there. The Dakota Fanning character, though, the daughter, is far more compelling, far more emotionally invested. You know, obviously Tom Cruise is great in this role, but the build-up in the beginning of the movie, you can see a little bit of the character, and then something strange happening, and then bam, this machine's coming up from the ground, and you see this very exciting scene that Tom Cruise, running, and they're killing off, the machines just start killing off and turn people to dust. It's just so exciting. It's just so frightening at the same time, and a lot of imagery in this film is just so eye candy, and especially in the moment when he walked out from the door in the house, and you see the ground, everything is red. It's just so visually appealing, and the ending, the ending is, how it ends in the film is kind of a bit cheesy, but the entire time the film is so engaging, entertaining. Minus the one character I don't like, that he's just fine. But the rest of the movie is just a really darn good movie. So it belonged to the good movie. I really like this remake, and I really admire what Steven Spielberg trying to say in this film as a reaction to 9/11, but it's also a remake. Next up, Munich. This is another good movie. I remember the performance being great, and the story is fascinating, compelling, and so many great tense scenes, especially the one in the phone booth. They're trying to do something. I'm not gonna spoil it. Any people have not seen Munich. It's one of the least watched movie for Steven Spielberg filmography. I've seen it twice. I remember it's a really good movie, but it's not as memorable as his other works, if that makes any sense. But that one sequence leading up to something explosive, basically, is the camera work, the blocking, is just top notch. I mean, obviously his direction in any film that he directed is always going to be top notch. I mean, it's Steven Spielberg that we're talking about. But Munich, well, it's a good movie, but the direction and the blocking and the characters and the performances are all top notch. And while Munich is not as memorable as his other films, it's still a solid movie overall. Oh boy, next up, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, there's a little bit of history. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is my very first Spielberg film I ever saw in theaters. Before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, before I ever saw that film in the big screen, back in 2008, I believe, I was 9. I've already seen the first 3 Indiana Jones movie on DVD. Of course, I've already seen E.T. I've seen Jaws, a little bit of it when I was young. I've seen Jurassic Park a little bit when I was young. But most importantly, I've seen the first three Indiana Jones movie and E.T. I've seen that film so many times when I was young. I remember being so excited to watch a brand new Indiana Jones movies on the big screen. At the time, it was the return of that character. And, you know, Steven Spielberg is back, George Lucas is back. And it was something else. Now granted, I was 9 years old. My first thought was, oh my god, I love this movie, it's amazing, right? And when you grow older, when you rewatch this movie many times, you start to realize, yeah, it's not a good movie. It's not. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I will say the direction is strong. The blocking is strong. And obviously, I like some of the performances. Kate Blanchett as Velko. She's fine. I love her though. She's fine. But, you know, Karen Allen, Harrison Ford, obviously, great. It's a massive disappointment, obviously. There are some interesting ideas. It's just, it didn't fully execute the way they wanted to. It's like the whole thing about aliens. That's interesting, but like the execution is like, you know, it didn't stick the landing that they wanted to. And there's some moments I really like the chase scene. That's really fun. That's really enjoyable. I like that scene. But yeah. I used to love this movie when I was a kid, when I was a young lad, but not anymore. I seen this movie not that often. The only Indiana Jones movie I rewatched the most is Raiders and The Last Crusade. Temple of Doom I will rewatch a couple of times, but Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I rarely rewatch this movie. Only the time I feel like it, because you know you're rewatching the first Indiana Jones. Okay, I gotta watch Kingdom. I gotta rewatch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because you know it's part of the same, you know, timeline. I do not like the whole Tarzan scene. That was not good at all. But yeah, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a massive disappointment, obviously. Next up, The Adventures of Tintin. Banger. We are waiting for a sequel. But yeah, this movie is great. It's great. It's fun. It's charming. It's delightful. It's visually appealing. This does feel like an Indiana Jones adventure. This is an adventure movie. Trying to find this, you know, puzzle, trying to complete the puzzle and all that. It's great. It's really enjoyable. Yeah, I think The Adventures of Tintin is great. It's a great, fun movie. And it's still weird seeing the Nickelodeon Pictures logo in front of the Steven Spielberg movie. That's great. Yeah, it's a great family movie that everyone could enjoy, adults and kids. And, you know, and it has some very likable character to enjoy and root for, and you just enjoy the adventure that Tintin takes on. And yeah, Tintin is great. This film is War Horse. War Horse, to me, is one of Steven Spielberg's most criminally underrated films. Out of all 2010's films, I think War Horse is so underrated. I don't know why people just don't like this movie. I love it. Why I love this movie is like we take on journey what the horse is going through. The horse went on to different owners. It's almost feel like an anthology movie because you get to see the horse perspective on different owners, either good or bad. I don't know why people doesn't love this movie. I don't know why. I think it's fascinating why people don't love this movie, but I love it. The cinematography in this film is so good. I love the story of this film. It's a very simple story, but to me, I was emotionally attached to the horse, and I love seeing what the horse gone through, the many obstacles that he had to face. The whole sequence with No Man's Land is just so thrilling and exciting, and also visually beautiful. And the music by John Williams is exceptional. And I love this movie. I love the cinematography, like I said, especially the last framing of this movie. It's just the use of silhouettes shot. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I love this movie. I think to me it belongs in the masterpiece category. I know it's not. I think this is a hot take to me. And that reunion scene is just gets me, especially on top of the John Williams score. Is fantastic, and it's just so crazy that the main character in the movie is the freaking horse. It's a horse, but I was so emotionally attached to this horse, and I was like enthralled by seeing that he's been through so many different owners, and it's almost like you're watching an anthology film. It's a beautiful film. I think it's so underrated, and I loved it. I love Warhorse, and I think people need to give this movie a lot of credit. It does not deserve that a lot of bad ratings and all that. It's just, I think this film is misunderstood, honestly. Next up, Lincoln, starring Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah. Ooh. I think this belongs to the masterpiece. Yeah. The performances by Daniel Day-Lewis is exceptional. This is the type of biopic that's only taking place in one moment of his career. And that's what I like that, because it's not your typical Lincoln biopic from the rise to the fall, but it's in that specific moment in his career trying to get through this pass, whatever it is, and it's compelling, it's beautifully shot, it's the dialogue is so rich, and the cast is incredible. I keep forgetting that, oh my god, he's in the movie, oh my god, he's in the movie, oh my god, what a great performance. I forgot about this scene. And obviously Daniel Day-Lewis gave it a great performance. I mean, he won an Oscar for it. And yeah, Lincoln's a masterpiece. I mean, it's beautifully shot. It's a fascinating time of his period of time, what Lincoln is trying to do. And it's just fascinating. It's compelling. Anyways, Lincoln. And then he took a little bit of break, and then he went back to do the BFG. The BFG is okay. I love it. I don't hate it either. It's just, It's not one of Spielberg's strongest film. I thought the little girl, who was the main lead of this movie, did a good job. She was adorable. She was cute. It almost feel like this isn't a Steven Spielberg movie, but there is some Spielberg magic into the BFG. You know, the wonder of the world of BFG is very cool and all that, but I do not like the fart jokes. It's so weird coming from a Steven Spielberg film. He usually doesn't do fart jokes. And the BFG got those. It's like, it's not funny. It's forgettable, to be honest. It's not one of his memorable movies. It's aimed toward younger kids. But yeah, the BFG is okay. Bridge of Spies. Good movie. good movie. And it's a really compelling story. It's really intriguing. Yeah, and I think it's a really good movie. I have nothing to say. I don't know why. I mean, maybe that's why it's like a good spot, but this part is a good movie. Next up, The Pose. The Pose is a good movie as well. About freedom of speech, trying to get the truth out there and trying to get this done. It's really exciting. I would say in The Pose, the first half of the movie is kind of slow, rocky, but the second half is the best part of the movie. And trying to get this new paper done and get the truth out in the world and all that, and get the people talking and all that. It's really exciting. It's so inspirational too, because these are the type of people who are underdogs. They're the freedom of press, and they have freedom of speech and trying to get this truth out there. I really enjoyed The Pose. I mean, I enjoyed the second part of the film, The Pose. But the first half is like, rocky, solid, it's fine. It's an okay movie, but the second part is okay, now this is a good movie. Next up, Ready Player One. And I think it's a great movie. Now, granted, I know a lot of people does not like Ready Player One. That's fine. I think to me it's an enjoyable popcorn flick from Steven Spielberg movie. There's a lot of Easter egg. The Iron Giants in this is awesome. I love Ready Player One. I saw that twice in theaters, back to back. Love it. And it's enjoyable, it's rewatchable. The music is great by Anna Silvestri. The visuals are cool. It's great. Granted, the script is not one of his the script is not one of the strongest in his films, but I really enjoy Ready Player One, and I do love Ready Player One. And I read the book. I prefer the movie over the book, and I really enjoyed the whole third of the movie. The battle sequence is so much fun. Yeah, there's so many Easter eggs right there. Like Chucky was in this movie. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a classic Spielberg tale. What it feels like. Yeah, I really enjoyed Ready Player One. Next up, West Side Story. When this was announced, I was really excited, but at the same time, curious. I was like, Steven Spielberg going to remake West Side Story? Ooh, intriguing. And I saw the film and I loved it. By far, I still rewatch this movie, and I love the original West Side Story. Love the original. I actually prefer the remake. That's just me. Maybe I buy it because I'm a Steven Spielberg fanboy, but I just love this rendition, his rendition of West Side Story. The musical numbers are a standout. They're so beautiful to watch. And I will say, one criticism of West Side Story remake is one particular casting. That is Ansel Elgort, whatever, played, that he's portrayed Tony, the main character. I feel like he's miscast. He's not one of the best part of the movie. In fact, if you watch the scene between Ansel and Rachel Zegler, you can tell which one is far more talented. And the talented one is Rachel Zegler. And the fact this is her first film. And she's the best part of the movie. Her voice is incredible. And I think she's great as Maria. Ansel as Tony, weak. Very weak. Especially in the singing parts. I mean, he was okay in the dialogue part, the dialogue speaking part. He was fine. But when he sings and dances, he's very weak in that department. And it's crazy that he put in this production and all the background dancers and the main dancer and the singers and all that all the cast, Mike Weiss and Rachel Zegler, overshadow his performance, and you can tell who are the cast that went to 100% their A game. It's the cast. Ansel Elgort, he was 60%, not fully A game. I feel like Ansel is miscast as Tony, in my opinion. But Rachel Zegler, Mike Weiss are a standout. They're a highlight. And they're the best part of the movie. Easily. The cinematography is great. The direction is great. I mean, the rest of the story is overall fantastic. And this, yeah, I'll never forget seeing the film for the first time in one of the press screenings. And Rachel Zegler showed us in the screen. I'm like, whoa. I was taken by her performance. And she's great. I love Rachel Zegler. So yeah, the rest of the story belongs in the masterpiece. Yeah. Anyways, next up, The Fabelmans. Masterpiece! So, funny story. This film never came to my hometown. It was never released in my local Cinemark. Don't know why. So what I did, I drove 4 hours to San Antonio, Texas, and watched the goddamn film. Because it's not played near me. Insane. But it was worth it. I love this movie. The main reason I love this movie because I can, it's relatability. I can so relate to Sammy. He's me. My dream is to become a filmmaker. We share same struggles, and I was emotionally wrecked when I first saw this movie for the first time. I was emotional, but at the same time, it impacted me. Like it spoke to me. I love The Fabelmans because how much it means to me, how much I relate to, and it's a great movie. It's a great movie. The cast is incredible. Paul Dano, Michelle Williams is great. Seth Rogen is really great, surprisingly. And also, this film has one of the best cameos ever. Ever. You know what I'm talking about? Well, it's David Lynch as John Ford. Best casting ever. Oh my gosh. When he showed up in the screen, I'm like, oh my god, that's David Lynch. That's crazy. Anyways, The Fabelmans, I love this movie. It will forever hold a special place in my heart. I cry so many times. It just hits so close to home. Especially the moment when parents announced they're getting divorced, and all the kids, Sammy's sisters, was crying and emotional and angry. Rightly so. They are allowed to be angry at the parents about divorce and all that because that's confusing time for them. And I've been there before. I've been in that situation, and having the parent divorce sucks. It sucks. It's the worst. But when you grow up, I got used to it, obviously. But because I'm not a kid anymore. And yeah, The Fabelmans, I love this movie with all my heart, and it's inspirational, but at the same time, beautiful. Art, family. It'll tell you in two. Yeah. Next up, Steven Spielberg's newest film, Disclosure's Day. Now we're here. Let me take another Diet Coke break. So, with Disclosure's Day, before I put my ranking, it is still fresh in my mind. I'm still thinking about this movie. At the time of this recording, I already seen it once. But at the time the video comes out, I probably already saw it 3 times or 4 times. Because I got tickets. I'm seeing it again twice on Thursday in 70mm. And I'm seeing it again on Friday on Dolby. And then Sunday, regular showing. Yeah, I'm seeing 5 times this week. on time of the corner is now June 10th. It's like a little 1 a.m. in the morning right now. But this closest day I saw for the first time on Monday in the press screening. Shout out to Brian Taylor. Thank you for inviting me as your +1. I can confidently say I'm still currently writing a very in-depth review for a friend on his website. But I can confidently say that I love this movie. This is not your typical sci-fi movie from Spielberg. This is something, a different approach that he wanted to do for a sci-fi film. And I love that about it. This is a human story. Not like a big extravaganza alien film that we normally seen from his film, like Close Encounters, E.T., War of the Worlds, AI, Minority Report. Because usually those are more entertainment, but they have something to say. This Closest Day has something to say. And we get to see Steven Spielberg not as vulnerable that we used to know from Close Encounters and E.T. Because to me, Close Encounters and E.T. are the most vulnerable that he ever been. He's telling his past about his dad and about his mom, and both in Close Encounters and E.T. With this Closest Day, it almost feels like he's no longer vulnerable anymore. He just wanted to chase the truth. And I find that compelling. Because you can tell this is his most mature sci-fi movie. By far. This is his most human sci-fi stories that he told in his filmography. And I find that so powerful. There's a moment in the movie that I shed a tear, but at the same time is so powerful. Obviously, I won't spoil it because this is a brand new movie that had yet to come out. I love the fact that this is not your typical alien movie. This is a human story about truth and connection. I loved it. I think it's a masterpiece. Yeah, the more I think about this movie, the more I love this movie, the more I think it's a masterpiece, because this film has something to say and has a lot to say, and it's layers what I feel like, and I this is the film that needed multiple repeat viewings, and I cannot wait to watch this movie even more. I was an emotional wreck watching this movie because there's a lot going on in my mind. I just feel like he's now fully in a dull lens. That this is not. Yes, that's wonderment, but at the same time, this is not E.T., this is not Close Encounters. This is something completely different, for something that he wanted to tell, that he had something to say, that he wanted, he had the fascination of the idea of telling the truth. But yeah, this Close Day, that's all I can say because I'm still processing, I'm still writing my review, I'm trying to say what I can think of this movie. This Close Day, I think it's a masterpiece. I love this movie. I can confidently say that. John Williams. The score by John Williams. He's 94 years old and he still got it. Yeah, that's my ranking. It's late. I'm tired. That is my ranking. Obviously, E.T. remained my favorite Steven Spielberg movie of all time. It's the top of the top. And obviously the bottom would be 1941 and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It belongs to the bottom. But yeah, that's my ranking. And his next film is supposedly be a Western. I'm looking forward for that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one. Take care. See ya.